It's August here in South Georgia, and we want to plant some peas, some fall peas, and the variety we're going to plant is called summertime. We want to plant them now so they have plenty of time to mature before our first frost date, which is normally about 20th of November. So we got plenty of time, but we do need to get them in the dirt. Now, one of the problems we have here this time of year is it's extremely dry. We don't get very much rain in the fall. In fact, it's the time of year when we get the least amount of rainfall. So what we want to do is put drip tape down for our irrigation. Now, drip tape's a wonderful thing, and we could put it a little different than other people do. We put it underneath the plant, we bury it, and we'll show you how to do that using the wheel hoe. It conserves a lot of water. It puts the water right where the plant needs it, underneath the roots, and you don't put it on that foliage where you can have some disease problems. So we'll take the wheel hoe, we'll lay the rows off, put the drip tape down, show you how all that's done, and we'll come back with our standalone seeder and plant the peas. We'll take the double wheel hoe with the plow attachments here and dig the furrow, what we call a furrow, but it's actually a little trench where we'll lay that drip tube in that. Now, to install this drip tape, you really need to use a double wheel hoe with the plow attachments. You could use the single wheel hoe to bust out the furrow, but it's impossible to cover it back up. So we used a double wheel hoe for putting down all our drip tape. We have them here put together in the furrow position. As soon as I bust it out and we lay the drip tape, we'll turn these around and put them in the hiller position, and what it does is that'll cover that drip tape back up. We use the small rolls of drip tape because it's a lot easier to handle. They make some great big rolls, but you just can't handle them. You have to have a rider and a lift and all to handle them. I think there's around 1,600 running feet on this, so it's plenty for a decent sized garden. These emitters on this tape is 12 inches apart, which works out real good. You always have to lay the emitters up, so keep that in mind. What I'll do is I'll put like a big nail right here on the end, then I'll run it through there, then I'll come back and cover it up with the wheel hoe. Got our plows turned around in the hiller position. We're going to use that to cover the drip tape up. When we lay the drip tape down, we throw a little dirt on there because sometimes it has a tendency to twist. Again, you want those emitters straight up. So we throw a little dirt on there to keep it tight. I'll show you how to take the wheel hoe, cover up your drip tape. We got our drip line laid, covered up, and we put our trunk line in and we hooked it up to the water hose. Now I'll explain to you how we do all this. It's got little fittings here that you just put into your trunk line. We come off the trunk line there in the middle. We got a pressure reducer. You got to have a pressure reducer, and that's a 10-pound pressure reducer. If you don't, it's going to blow these fittings and everything out. These drip systems are designed to run off about 10 pounds of pressure. Above that, we got a filter, and then we got our water hose fittings. Every now and then we'll come in there and clean that filter out. It's a cartridge type filter. It's got a screen in there, real easy to clean out. So now we got it all set up. Water hose fitting, filter, pressure reducer. We hooked up, we turned it on, we flushed all the lines out, then we plugged all the ends up. So now we got it running. On these drip lines, we're going to plant with the planter today, so we're not concerned that much about spacing because our seeder is going to take care of the spacing. If we was going to transplant, what I would do is I would let the drip tape run a little bit, and these emitters are on 12-inch centers, so wherever I see the water start pulling up at, it automatically marks off 12 inches for me, so it's real easy to transplant on top of it there. But we're going to use our seeder today to plant peas. Planting on top of the drip tube, will work fine with our cedar, our standalone cedar. It does not work fine with our cedar attachment because it has a point on the shoe opener that opens the fur. And that point will jab in and cause little holes in that drip tape as you go along. Other cedars out there that use the shoe opener, you will also have a lot of problems. It won't work. It works great with this particular one because the rolling coulters here have no point on it. And even if they do touch the seed tape, the drip tape, they're just gonna roll right on top of it and they're not gonna cause any damage to that drip tape. Well, there you have it. We used our wheel hoe and our cedar to plant using drip tape. Drip tape's a great thing with the water situation like it is. We're in a pretty severe drought a lot of places, and it helps conserve water, helps put water right where you need it. So thanks for watching. Tell your friends about us, like our videos and comment, and we'll try to answer your questions. Thanks for watching.